Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life Series 12. It is day 28 and our sketch was created by Sarah Scraps. This is a gorgeous sketch. Looks relatively simple, but that gives you a lot of creative license to use it. And I have one last square on my bingo card. It's a single photo. So I know that that sketch has 2 photos. I'm going to use one. And I am going to use the Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits collection. There might be a mix of Legendary in here because I mixed the 2 collections together because I only had a little bit of Legendary and I wanted to mix them so that I could use it all up. I've been using these a lot for military photos, and while this does not look like a military photo, this is my son on a what we call an org day for the younger Marines and soldiers. If you're in the Army like my husband, that means it's Forced Fun Day, and so they are zip lining. Garrett said he had a ton of fun that day, and I will have some journaling talking about what he told me via text this evening. And so I'm just gonna stop talking and let's get started. Alright, so first thing I did was I cut off the branding strip, and now I'm gonna do some distressing with that 6x8 piece of pattern paper that I included as a large photo mat. Since I'm only using one photo, I wanted to make a relatively large photo mat. One, it gives a base for my photo, but it also gives me something for my embellishments to land on. Now, once I get this piece of paper adhered to my background, I'm going to distress the photo and I'm going to glue it down as well. And this is where I'm going to begin building this layout. There's going to be very little mixed media in here, but I do add some splatters at the very end. I don't really feel like Cocoa Vanilla always needs mixed media, but sometimes it's great to add some. Some of their papers have more on it than others. This one is so-so because it's got some built-in splatters and stuff in it, but I think that this collection does well enough without having to add a whole lot. It really stands on its own. Really love their product. So I had dug through the title ephemera pack and had already chosen a title just to make the process a lot faster. And next I will start dumping out the stars. At first I want to pull out this chipboard arrow, and then I decide I don't really want to use that, and so I just lay it down and it kind of just hangs out there on that right hand side the entire video, but I never actually use it. It ends up back in with my ephemera pieces. That's what I do with the loose chipboard that falls off that sheet. I stick it in the ephemera packet. So the star outline I'm actually using as a frame to capture my son. My son is the Marine that is not quite in the camera's main focus, but it was the best photo that his leadership put out on Facebook for the moms to capture, and so that's the one I chose to print. The others, you couldn't see him at all, and so I just made sure that I use that star outline to put the focus a little bit more on him. He doesn't even remember who the other guy is that is with him. So I'm mostly just kind of playing around with the bits and pieces of ephemera and just kind of plopping things here and there, making decisions as I go along. I didn't really have a huge plan. I just pulled out a whole bunch of ephemera and I just started playing. Sometimes that is the most fun, is just playing with your product. So I just continue to just pull out stars and just kind of put them here and there, trying to decide which colors look best where, and just kind of just messing around. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put up all of this ephemera because I've gotten out the stars that I know that I want to use. I know there's some phrases that I had pulled out to somewhere buried, so that's part of the reason why I'm taking the time to put away the star ephemera, and actually most of those stars in that envelope are from a piece of the pattern paper in the collection that I fussy cut. Usually I will do that with one piece of pattern paper. I will fussy cut everything and then I'll stick it in one of those little envelopes. Those envelopes come from Allie Edwards story kits, and I took all of my story kits and I combined them into it's organized now in type, like 4x6 cards are all together, all the chipboard from those kits are together, etc. And so I had all of those little envelopes left over, and I'm just using them to help me organize kits and collections. So next I'm pulling out the little sheet of puffy stickers, and I think there's planets and a couple of other icons on there to use as accents, kind of like you would with an enamel dot. Now these puffy stickers don't stick well, so if you have a pack of them, do be prepared to use liquid glue on them so that they will stay on your layout. I found out the hard way that they fall off, so make sure you glue them down. And I will take the time and glue each and every single one down eventually. So at this point, I'm pretty happy with where I have everything on the layout, and I'm gonna shut the camera off and I'm gonna start gluing. Alright, I got everything glued down off camera. I popped things up with foam adhesive. I wrote some journaling on a couple labels that I stuck down at the bottom and the date. I made sure that I glued down all those little puffy stars because they don't stick very well. Same with the chipboard pieces. And I even had to put some adhesive behind that one because the sticky had rubbed off on it while it was in the little bag where I keep the collection. The last thing that I want to do to it is I'm going to add some splatters. And this is one of those layouts that I just kept adding embellishments until I felt like I was done. I was tucking and adding and just having a good old time with this collection. I love this collection, and I really hope that Cocoa Vanilla puts out another one that is more of the boy colors. Not that you can't use these for girls, because I totally would, but I love the ability to be able to play with boy colors and boy things that are just amazing to play with. And Cocoa Vanilla did that with this collection, as well as Legendary, which, as I said at the beginning, I really didn't have a whole bunch of it. I got into the Cocoa Vanilla craze kind of late, after that one was already out, and I only found bits and pieces of it here and there. So the first color I used is an old October, is this October Afternoon, I think. It's called Witch Hazel. Yeah, October Afternoon. That company's not in business anymore, and I have, I think, 4 or 5 of their inks left over that I'm trying to use up. I'd like to get them used up before I move again, because I have a lot of ink over there. And it's really hard to move in a military move. And so anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. If you are already a subscriber, I am truly appreciative of you taking the time to come here and watch my videos. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye! One more thing. I get to mark off my last square on my bingo card. It is a full blackout bingo. I am done. I did it. Thanks again.